After that particular incident, the two of live in a huff. A sweater, this petty dispute of these observes is starting to get on my nerves. It's just because of the politics within their house or something, or are their personalities so far removed from one another that they just can't stand each other? What is this talking about? Naoko took things too far. To be fair, Kayo wasn't nice to her. Yeah, Well, I want to go to Kayo's route, so... Well, no. I'll choose what I think, not the choice. Well, yeah. To be fair, Kayo wasn't nice to her. Also, what Naoko did was over the top. Kayo keeps saying all of these things to her. Either way, I'm going to have to do something to resolve it sooner or later. There must be a reason that the two gates needs two guardian spirits to rule it. If the two spirits ruling it are completely unwilling to negotiate or work with one another, well, I can't just ignore that, can I? It's my duty as a priest to ensure that this land prosper and the spirits within it are behaving. I imagine that includes guardian spirits. I decided to hang out in this room after school and just take a moment to collect my thoughts away from everyone else. Thankfully, no one is using the room today, but I have to head out eventually. I guess I might as well head home. I can brood in my room if I have to. There's no sign of either of those cats anywhere. Maybe I will be getting an evening to myself tonight. Welcome home, Toru. Grandpa immediately greets me as I come through the front door. Hey, you look kind of upset. Did something go wrong? Those two stray cats were fighting again. I thought they were taking steps in the right direction at first, but now it looks like the two of them are just becoming worse. If you think that's bad, you should have seen them when they first arrived. You're telling me that they used to be even worse than this? As far as I know, the two of them always hate each other. No one really knows why, not even their house, so there really isn't anything good reason for it. Well, Toru, you just have to accept that some people don't get along with one another. People don't necessarily need a reason to dislike someone. Mind you, they've been doing a lot better since they ended up here. How bad was it? The two of them refused to speak with one another at first, and without a priest, they just stayed in their shrines. It was quite quite a mess when I turned up, believe me. I had to explain to them that their priest had not arrived yet. Now that made them anxious. What would have happened to them if you hadn't turned up? They would have slipped back into the beyond eventually. Now, that would be very Mr. Afraid, since these lands need guardian spirits. Believe me, the two of them would only hiss at each other before the fact. They even speaking to each other now is nothing short of miracle. What's even better if that they know have a reason to be in the same room together, and you're acting as the mediator between the two of them. I know that you think things aren't going that well, but they are making good progress. I don't know what happened today, but you can't expect everything to keep going smoothly. Life has all sorts of bumps, hiccups, and mishaps waiting just around the corner. It sounds like you've been through something similar, Grandpa. Believe me, even man in the family has. For some reason, we seem to get the most volatile guardian spirits. I knew a couple of priests who worked with shrines, and they never had to deal with anything our family did. Probably because they only had to deal with one spirit at a time. Well, yes, one person is less work than two people, and since it's only the one person, the only relationship they share is with their priest. Grandpa grows quiet for a moment. Listen, Toru, you think they're attractive, right? I'm a bit taken aback by his question. Well, yeah, of course I am. How could you possibly not think they're attractive? But could a priest even have a relationship like that with their guardian spirits? That isn't something I've given much thought through. Much so. Hell, the two of them have been flirting with me a fair bit. It's okay to feel that way, you know. But is there a set of rules or anything about this I should be aware of? There aren't any established rules, no. But you have to keep in mind, if you do choose to become more intimate with them, you're going to have a lot more on your plate than you bargained for. It's kind of like trying to date a coworker, isn't it? Yes, your situation is especially unique. Especially unique. You have two girls instead of one. That could get really messy unless you found a creative solution to it. Like what exactly? I'm sure you will work it out when you get there. The point is that if you feel like you're falling in love, you don't have to feel guilty about it. Such relationships aren't uncommon between priest and guardian spirits. When spirits are bound to this plan, they're more or less human. So there's nothing wrong with it, okay? Just remember to be careful with it like you would with any relationship. Wait, does that mean that Grandpa has a relationship like that? He seems to know about it all too well. If that's in the case, then did he met Grandma before or after his graduating spirits returned to the beyond? If he did have that kind of relationship with them, I wonder what Grandma would have thought if she found out of it. But I shouldn't ask him about it. It would be really rude of me to pray. Alright, Grandpa, I'll keep in mind. He grins at me. Good. That's all you need to do, Toru. Now then, we're having pork tonight. Sounds great. I reckon I could go for an extra serving this evening. Don't worry, there will be plenty to go around. A thought occurs to me. How long until dinner? About an hour? Need to go do something? Yeah. I'll be back soon, Grandpa. No problem. There is always a strange feeling in the air when I approach the two gates. This is supposedly a gate between the world and the beyond. Guardian spirits exist to impose order on their chaotic force. Reflecting on all that has happened, I find it hard to believe that I'm thinking these things. After all, I'm supposed to be a skeptic. Actually, should I be saying that at this point? Pretty much all of the things I have witnessed are blatant evidence that I was completely wrong. I felt seen and heard spirit all around me. I guess it's time to stop reflection on being a cynic. Instead, I should just admit what I really was wrong. Always I need to speak with someone. Naoko should be here. Grandpa says they're doing better than they were, but I'm not happy about what's happening on the rooftop. Naoko, where are you? It's fairly quiet in here. Perhaps she's in one of the spare rooms. I hear a door sliding open and someone walking towards the main shrine room. Oh, Toru, it's not like you to visit me at this hour. Normally, it's me sneaking into your room and sleeping at the foot of your bed. Wait, since when has she been doing that? Please close your show. But I was getting changed when you came in. I would be rude of me not to answer by priest right way. Just above the outline of her shorts, I can see her panties, black with a cute little pink bow. What little her tiny shorts converted is even more exposed than before. My imagination runs wide as I think about what I might see if a centimeter more was exposed. Once again, I find my mouth drying up. Did you want something, Toru? I shake my head from side to side as hard as I can, trying to clear my mind. It's not really working that well. What is that supposed to mean? It never seems anyone do that while I'm here. Just button them up, okay? Why? You know damn well why. Her tail moves into the shape to question mark. Look, let's just be realistic here. I'm a young man, right? Yeah? Don't they teach you anything about shame in the spirit world? There's plenty of reason why you cannot just so brazenly show them off like this. But you're my priest, Toru. She learns overlooking me in the eye. Something like that shouldn't be a problem between us, should it? I am being to see what grandpa's means. Priests have intimate relationship with spirits. If all of them act like Naoko does with their priests, then of course that sorts of things is bound to happen. Oh, don't you like looking at it? Naoko's pouts. You're always acting like such a prude, Toru. Even though you got such a great view of my skirt today. That's what I'm here to talk to you about. Can you please just put something on and let me talk about it? Not until you say I look cute. Well, you do look cute. Say it louder. Yes, you look cute. Okay, Naoko? Are you happy now? Yep. I'm so glad Toru thinks that I'm cute. Damn cats. They really are masters of blackmail. She buttons them up with no fanfare. So why are you here, Toru? We need to talk, do we? What do you think? What you did on the rooftop was uncalled for. So you're here to scold me. She pouts the turns away. No, that's not it. If she's anything like Cat, I'm not going to get anywhere by punishing her. Cat's only response to positive reinforcement as opposed to negative. I just want to understand why. What else is there to be said? We just don't get along. We never have. Even since we first appreciated in the beyond, we didn't like each other. She's a struck of snow. I can't stand people like that, no matter who they are. Naoko lets out a heavy sigh. I know that you want us to get along, but I don't think we can. We are just too different. I don't understand her and she doesn't understand me. Is it really like this? Like that? From what I hear from my grandfather, the two of you referred to speak to each other when you first arrived here. So wouldn't you say that you two have made some progress, at least? Well, it's just that we both stuck here with each other. Whether we like it or not, we don't really have anyone else we can rely on out here. That is until you and your grandfather shows up. So we had to come some agreement. But even if we are tired, we can never really be friends. We have to tolerate each other. That doesn't mean we have to like each other, though. She looks a bit down, saying that it's not nice to be fighting like this all the time. And I admit I took it too far on the rooftop, but I just can't bring myself to like her. I'm sorry that I'm such a disappointment, Toru. She averts her blue eyes, unable to look at me. She reached out and pat her on the head. Her eyes look back up, then her confused plenty of obvious. Well, work something out. I am glad that you admit that you went too far. Thank you, Toru. She began to rub her head into my hand, just as a cat would. It it it's getting late, you know. You need to go home soon. It seems your face is a bit red, Nayako. It's nothing. I'm pre pretty sure, pretty sure it's something. Go on, don't worry about me. She quickly ushers me out of the shrine.